Hello guys, today we're going to be doing a review of Ubersuggest for SEO. Now, Ubersuggest was created by Neil Patel, one of the most controversial figures in SEO, although a legend nonetheless. Ubersuggest has been around for a while. It was recently purchased by Neil Patel and created into essentially an SEMRush or Ahrefs competitor, and it has gotten a ton of updates and has had the SEO community in some chats over many of the groups I'm in. So I thought, why not review it and show all the progress it's been making, especially if you're new to SEO. This tool is free. Of course, there's a premium version, but the free version is actually better than any other free alternative, such as Ahrefs or SEMRush, since most of those are pretty limited in their capacities. So let's jump into Ubersuggest and we'll review why it might be the best free SEO tool in 2024. Let's jump in. So we're gonna sign in and check out just what this tool can do. Now, I already created an account, so you will have to create an account, but once you do, you can add your first project. So we're gonna add in my test website here, Refill Finder, and just click next. So it's gonna ask us our language, so we're gonna input all of this kind of data. It does have keyword tracking now, so you can put in some of your top keywords. It allows 25 keywords for the free version with weekly tracking. Not too bad. You can add in some of these here, automatically pulled some top keywords. Also gives a site overview. Not too bad. It's going to ask us for some competitors, which we'll just add in perhaps a couple of here. It's going to give us a call to action trying to get us to work with Neil Patel. Awesome. And then we're done. Now it instantly gives us this area with SEO opportunities, which is really cool. I do like it. You can see it's recommending exact pages to rank for different keywords. Now, this is a beta mode, and you can tell because these pages actually should not rank for this keyword. Because if you go on the page, it's actually not the pins themselves, it's just the refills. So it's refills for different types of pins, while this is saying cross pin, which is actually not relevant for that page. So of course, it's probably using AI and so on. It's not going to give us the optimizations on a silver platter, but it does give us some details on why it chose that page. Still pretty nice. We can see more opportunities there. We can connect with Google, which is actually very cool. So if I can connect here, then I can actually see, I think, my Google Search Console data, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to do that because that does just give Neil Patel all of my data, and I have quite a lot of clients that I'm responsible for. Looks like it does give some estimate of backlinks. Seems like a very high numbers. I'm a little bit not so sure on that. But yeah, I like how it gives you the ranking updates, a good little dashboard here with your different projects. We click over to rank tracking. I think this is a pretty nice outline setup. You have volume, simple rank tracking. This just has a robot coming to your Google search results page for whatever you're trying to rank for, and it sees what has changed, how your page has increased, decreased. So pretty much looks pretty good here. Everything you need in a simple rank tracker for a beginner. Now you have the SEO Opportunities tab where you can see, new keywords for new content and pages to optimize. So this is kind of nice. You have a mark as done and you have a start click of a button that I think will go to an AI content editor, which is pretty cool that they added that in. Although, of course, this is a robot and pins is not a keyword I'm going to create content for. And so I'm going to say dismiss and see less like that. But it's still cool that it's an AI system that gets better over time. But as I said, a lot of these are not correct. Although, gotta admit, some of these are. So this one's correct and this one's correct. And so let's see what happens if I click see more like this and then start. So what it's going to do is go to an AI writer. So Ubersuggest now has its own AI writer, which is really cool for them to add. I think it's a fun change up for them. And we can see, great, we found a keyword. It's making everything very simple for us. We have the Parker Pen refill ink. We have 5 daily attempts on the free version, and that's cool. So we can write social posts as well as ads, as well as product data, blog pro posts, and homepage data. So let's say write for me and just see what happens. So it's gonna choose the title that best represents our page. So I'm curious how this is we're gonna see how this works. So, okay, not my favorite title, for sure, not my favorite title. So it's too long, it's in lower case, which I don't like. So this is how this title was gonna look on Google. I gotta say, Neil Patel, you can make a better title generator than that. At least make it under 60 characters. So this is not what I wanna see, but it does allow us to edit it. So maybe we, change this to just exploring the power of Parker Pen refills. And if we look at that previous title, it does include the target keyword, but it's at the end. And so normally you want the target keyword closer to the beginning. So I would even, if I actually was writing this, I'd probably do something like this. So that would have been a better version of their title tag, but we can write that ourselves and then generate intro paragraphs and see how it does with the rest of the AI writer. Okay, so here we have our intro paragraph introducing Parker Pen refills, power in this article, this or that. It looks fine. It's probably just a introduction generated with ChatGPT. So let's check out the headings. Okay, interesting. And so if you do upgrade, you can see more heading outlines, but we do have an outline here. We see the importance of precision and writing instruments, which really understanding the different types of, I do like the types, features, and benefits. Pretty simple heading structure. I mean, any of the AI writers will do something like this or better. You can edit it, so that's nice. So you can add additional sections. You can do different stuff like that and edit each section. For example, I don't think I'd want this. So it is nice that it allows you to edit, because I gotta say, so far I'm not super impressed with how it's generating the headings and the title tags for these pages. So now the AI writer is going ahead and generating the content in a click of a button, and we're gonna review what this actually looks like. So jumping in here, we see the title tag I added. We have an introduction paragraph, still a little bit weird. I don't know if I like introducing Parker Pen refills : it's kind of just rewriting the title, but maybe that's nice because you'll get the keyword in there. That might be what they're trying to do. We see that Grammarly is recommending a lot of improvements, though it normally does that with SEO or with AI writers. It's really just asking ChatGPT to write this kind of stuff. It's doing some numbered lists. It's fine enough content. It does add the frequently asked questions. So I do like that. Let's see if it's grabbing those from the people also asked. So people also asked are those FAQ type questions that come up on Google. So right here we have the people also asked section. So can you get refills for Parker Pens? Can Parker Pens be refills? Or are they universal? Let's see what they added here. Are they compatible? How long do they last? So not quite. I'm not sure where they're getting these. Probably just asking ChatGPT. So I gotta say, in terms of the AI writer, there are a lot of tools that are much better than this. We'll be coming out with a best AI SEO tools video in the future. So comment AI SEO if you want to learn about that. This is okay for beginners, but it's not gonna do the trick. We can add more sections, which is kind of nice. We can move around sections. So, it does what it does, but I can't say that I am very impressed. Although for a free AI SEO tool that can help optimize your pages, definitely not bad. So let's check out more of Ubersuggest. They do have competitor analysis here, so you can see how your competitors are comparing over time to you. And of course, an essential feature of any tool like this is going to be their competitor analysis. Now we're going to take a look at the keyword research tool. So you got your little pretty thing here. We'll put in that test keyword, Parker Pin refill, and see what it gives us here. So search volume 1,600. Let's compare this to other prominent tools. So here we're in SEMRush, and we see that they quote this as 590 search volume, at least in the US. While this is showing 1,600, it doesn't say whether, no, this should be just in the US. And considering from the organic monthly traffic it quoted for this video, or for this website I'm working on, it seems like this is probably overestimating some of its metrics. It's also giving a pretty high SEO difficulty, but none of these difficulty scores actually mean anything in SEO for the most part. We can see historical search volume, so I do love that. That's an interesting addition to their software. And then we have the keyword ideas, which should be pretty good. I can't imagine it's too much different than keyword variations in SEMRush, although it does seem a little bit different. So not sure if the data is as reliable. You have some content ideas, and I do love that it's showing Facebook and Pinterest there. These are, I believe, the ranking pages. No, it doesn't seem like these are the SERPs, which is a little bit strange. At least not the SERPs that I'm getting for this keyword. So a little bit strange there. We do have the related queries, the questions here. So that's kind of nice. Prepositions, comparisons. So I do like that. That's great. We can then go into keyword ideas. This is actually giving us something very similar to SEMrush's magic tool. And so it just kind of, we add in the keyword, and then it gives us a bunch of recommendations with search volume that we can export to a CSV. I do like the button to click generate content with AI, but considering their AI writer needs so much help right now, it's not super useful unless you're going to do a ton of editing. Ooh, I like this ranking, page one ranking potential. See here, although this is not going to be accurate because none of these, all it's doing is looking at 0 to 59 SERP difficulty, something you can easily do and filter within SEMrush. So nothing too impressive there. Here is where I want to go. So search by website. So this is essentially the organic research section in SEMrush. It's going to look at how to find new keywords by a website and see what they're ranking for. So I'm going to add in parkerpin.com here and see what shows up. And a bunch of keywords. You know, some of them are good. Some of them are a little bit strange, like pins. But, you know, you can still see the competitor rankings here. Now, one thing I need to find is where can you actually look at a particular page, like their pin refills page. And now because Neil Patel also owns answerthepublic.com, which creates a people also ask diagram, you can also do that within Ubersuggest. So if we stick in our keyword, we can see a visualization of the keyword. Gotta admit, this is pretty. I like it. Definitely something cool to have in your tool that people like SEMrush actually don't have. Now, although I'm a little bit concerned about their data, still not too bad. All of these tools have lackluster data because it's third parties. It's not Google Search Console or something like that where you're getting real data from Google. They also have a Chrome extension similar to Ahrefs and SEMrush, which is pretty cool because a Chrome extension is really essential for analyzing SERPs, getting domain authority, and seeing traffic analytics on the pages in your Chrome browser or wherever you're at. Now let's check out the backlinks in comparison to SEMrush. We can see that on Ubersuggest, we have a domain authority at 28, 500 referring domains, and 20,000 backlinks. On SEMrush, we're actually getting 4,000 backlinks and 700 referring domains. So quite different data here, as we can see. This is probably just due to their filtering. We also have a very different authority score. Now, I'm not a big fan of any of these metrics that are third party. And for backlinks, we really use Majestic, which is another tool that gives you some great data. But still, it looks like, you know, it's giving some decent amount of data. It's not picking up as many backlinks as SEMRush in terms of the referring domains, because referring domains is what you really care about. This 20,000 backlinks probably is just picking up spam that we don't even want in our data. Scroll down and you can see where these backlinks are, and you can actually analyze them for if you want to replace or replicate your backlinking strategy of competitors here. Let's check out the filtering options. We do have one link per domain, which is really critical because without this, you're going to get so many backlinks and it's going to be very annoying. And so we're going to do one link per domain. That's going to filter things down quite a bit. Does seem to be picking up a lot of, spam stuff, which I like to. I think Ahrefs does a great job of filtering a lot of that stuff out, just to make it easier. You can filter by referring domain, which is not too useful. Just looking for a single domain. You filter by anchor or zone. So the zone would be, they're actually meaning the location. Interesting. So you can do anchor text, but of course, you don't have nearly as many filter options as even something like SEMRush, where you can look at a lot of different details. You can filter by title or URL. So you can search for things like if it has, guest post in the URL, title, or anything like that. You can do a lot of advanced filtering here to do a little bit more with your stuff. You can also look at time periods for historical data as well. Now you can search here. So this might search the titles and the source URLs and such. So that's actually pretty useful. And they do have a anchor text distribution, which is nice. So you can see if you have too much anchor text. Or here we have some Japanese or Chinese lettering in our anchor text. So that might mean we have some spam that potentially we'd want to clean up. Although usually you're pretty fine with that. They do have a backlink gap analysis, so you can see which links your competitors have that you don't have. The data is going to be probably good enough to give you some quick wins. So I'm definitely, this is a pretty good option for beginners. Okay, so let's jump into the site audit tool. So if we see here, we see it ran an audit for this test website. Now, the thing I don't like is that it gives you very little data without subscribing or at least doing a trial. It gives us essentially just 2 errors. Or no, there's a few more errors here. At least it opened up. So essentially 147 pages of low word count, duplicate descriptions, and 1 page without an H1. So as well as titles that are too long. If we click view details, we can see here the titles that are too long and exported to a CSV. And so, this does the job for a basic SEO issues analysis. It won't give you much of real in-depth technical SEO, but does do an okay job. Now, I also see an issue here too, because this website definitely doesn't have 15,000 monthly organic traffic. So nor does it really have 20,000 backlinks unless this is picking up, a lot of spam backlinks that other software like SEMRush and Ahrefs don't pick up. And so we do see an issue here on just whether their metrics are reliable compared to SEMRush, Ahrefs, Majestic, and all the other players in the SEO field. The one area that I'm seeing a lack in, which should be here somewhere, is finding out where can I view organic traffic for a particular URL. So a lot of times you find a URL that is a blog post of a competitor or whatever it is. You want to actually filter down to that URL and see what is the traffic and keywords for that page so you can replicate it on your page. So it may be the case that you can do this within similar websites, although when I search it, it says you found a premium upgrade. I'm trying to really look at this as a free SEO tool, and so with a premium upgrade, it's not gonna work for me. Now, if we look at the pricing, we see it is more affordable, especially for an individual, than something like SEMRush. And so this could be a good move for someone that's just starting out in SEO. They have a small website and they want to do some SEO real quick. Now, the data is not going to be as good. I don't recommend it for SEO professionals. Maybe you can find something that's clever and creative. They do have lifetime deals, so that's a very big bonus. So if you want to just pay $280, I mean, that's like $290. It's almost as much as a pro plan on SEMRush. You know, it could be a good way to get started in SEO. Although, of course, I think there's a lot that they need to fix here. They definitely need to have correct competitor analysis. So that's one of the main worries I'm having here. They may have it on the premium version. So very possible I just missed that part of it. But we use this organic resource search section in SEMRush all the time so that we can look at a particular page and how it's ranking. If we wanted to go to this Parker's refill page, we can just add that in there. We can see what this page is ranking for and see all of these keywords with accurate data. And so if you are interested in checking out SEMRush or any other tool, let me know which is your favorite SEO tool and I can review it next. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're interested in this kind of video and we'll keep it going. Thank you.